The Whale. The film begins with somebody getting off a bus and walking down a long road. Not far from there, an English college professor named Charlie, Brendan Fraser, is giving a lecture to his students via webcam, but he pretends that his camera doesn't work so that his students will not see his appearance. Charlie is morbidly obese, weighing at 600 pounds after enduring a personal tragedy. While masturbating, he begins to suffer intense chest pains. He begins trying to read an essay about Moby Dick, just as a missionary named Thomas Ty Simpkins, coming from the New Life Church, comes to try and preach the Word of God to him. Charlie asks Thomas to read him the essay because he wants it to be the last thing he hears before he dies. Charlie's nurse and only friend, Liz Hong Chow, comes over and orders Thomas to leave, as she has disdain for New Life. Liz gets Charlie regulated and urges him to go to a hospital because he is at risk for congestive heart failure with high blood pressure, but he says he cannot since he does not have life insurance. Charlie consistently orders pizza from a place called Gambino's and hears from the delivery man, Dan Satyasridaran, but doesn't interact with him. Charlie usually leaves money in the mailbox while Dan briefly speaks to him from outside before leaving. Charlie is visited by his estranged daughter Ellie, Sadie Sink, who resents him for leaving her and her mother Mary, Samantha Morton, when she was 8 because he engaged in an affair with his student Alan. Leaving. Charlie is visited by his estranged daughter Ellie, Sadie Sink, who resents him for leaving her and her mother Mary, Samantha Morton, when she was 8 because he engaged in an affair with his student Alan. When Liz finds out Ellie has been there, she scolds Charlie for having her there, saying it's a bad idea. Thomas visits Charlie again, and he helps Charlie pick up a key to Alan's room that he dropped. Liz shows up again, and although she attempts to send Thomas away again, she privately talks to him outside. Liz states that her adoptive father was the pastor of New Life, and Alan was her brother. Overcome with guilt for being gay, Alan committed suicide by jumping off a bridge, which led to Charlie's binge eating and depression, as well as Liz's hatred for the church. Despite this, Thomas believes he is there to bring God into Charlie's life. After Thomas leaves, Liz gives Charlie a sandwich, which he starts choking on until Liz helps him cough up the food. Ellie continues making visits, but she coldly rebuffs Charlie's attempts to reconnect with her. When she says that Charlie could have made attempts to stay connected to her throughout her life, he says he tried and also tried to send her and Mary money. Charlie keeps trying to assure Ellie that she is an amazing person. When she says that Charlie could have made attempts to stay connected to her throughout her life, he says he tried and also tried to send her and Mary money. Charlie keeps trying to assure Ellie that she is an amazing person. Thomas states that he used to have a problem smoking weed habitually. Ellie then brings up that New Life stopped having door-to-door missionaries, which forces Thomas to come clean that he left New Life a while ago because he stole money and ran away from home. Ellie records the confession on her phone and also takes pictures of Thomas and Charlie. Thomas visits Charlie one last time, informing him that Ellie recorded his confession. At last of the story, Charlie gives one last lecture as he tells the students he is being replaced for what he told them. He reads some of their honest entries, telling them that their thoughts matter more than the course itself. Liz returns to Charlie's apartment after feeling guilty for leaving him. However, they both know he is close to death. When Ellie comes back, Liz says with tears in her eyes that she will wait downstairs. Liz returns to Charlie's apartment after feeling guilty for leaving him. However, they both know he is close to death. When Ellie comes back, Liz says with tears in her eyes that she will wait downstairs.
That she's gonna have
Charlie
a decent
tells
life
her that she is perfectly
where she cares
requests
about
that she
people,
read him the essay.
and that she's gonna
She
be
does so,
okay.
and he begins to walk
Seen
over
The
to her
Whale?
without
If
his
so,
walker,
what did you think of the
as she
film?
had
I'd like to hear
earlier
your
dared
thoughts
him
on
to do.
Fraser's performance,
Ellie
his best
tearfully
actor
reads the
chances,
essay
or where
as
the film
Charlie
sits for you in
comes closer
Aronofsky's
to her. He
filmography.
then
Let me know
appears
in the
to
comments
die,
below.
with his
I'll see you
spirit
down there.
rising to heaven. The last thing we see is Charlie's final thoughts, being the memory of him with Ellie and Mary at the beach.